joining me today in studio is Jeremiah Green. He's the CEO and co-founder at Eat Purely, a Chicago-based company here that we're going to talk about because it fits in to this overall industry that is growing very quickly, Jeremiah, which is food delivery, and it seems like everything food. Where does all that energy and growth in this sector come from? What spurred it all?
Well, I think it's, the Food Network over the last 10 years have helped quite a bit, of course.
Yeah.
And everybody's becoming more aware of food. Everybody's becoming more aware of what they're putting in their bodies. And of course, there's a big backlash against all things artificial, especially in the group of millennials that are out there now, and folks who are getting older who have children. So for us, what we do is we make chef-made healthy organic meals delivered in 20 minutes or less from our mobile app.
So tell us about Eat Purely. Tell us about that
Sure.
specific business that you guys have. Where does it sort of fit into the overall landscape? And what specifically, you mentioned chef-curated food, delivered quick. 20 minutes, how do you do that? That's pretty fast.
Yeah, it's a secret. If I tell you, I have to kill you. But no, I'm just kidding. But we are very different than a meal kit. We're very different than a restaurant. We are a commissary-based business that makes food in volume and at high quality. And we take the guesswork out of cooking completely. So when you order through us, we make it super convenient, super easy to eat well. All of our meals are chef-made. They're healthy. We are not a diet business, so it doesn't conform to any of these other things. We do have things on the menu that are conform to a few other types of diets, like low carb or some of the other ones that are out there. But in general,
you're not constrained by some sort of diet specification.
Not at all. Actually, we carry a lot of different types of meals that sort of meet lots of different specifications because we want to fit into your life. We don't want your life to fit into us. And that way, we can make the food taste really good. We can keep it healthy. We use all natural ingredients. Quite often, we use a lot of organic ingredients as well. And when you order through us, it's super convenient.
Yeah.
So we enable folks to order on demand or order ahead. Everything's fully prepared, fully cooked. We deliver everything chilled. And that was a key differentiator in what we do. And that's because we're able to keep a sort of level of consistency with the food. So when a chef cooks it and we chill it down really quickly, when you go to reheat it, it's simple reheat instructions. It's 3 minutes a meal right in the microwave. It's as good as if the chef's making it for you in front of you.
So then how do you, because all that sounds great, how do you keep it viable for you and the business on the margin end? Because it sounds like you've got high quality, you've got chefs here, and that seems like a big selling point to it, which is quality chefs, and it gets to you pretty quickly. All that, those two things seem pretty costly to me.
Yeah, they are. And we're really proud of the fact that we are one of the few companies in the on-demand space making the unit economics of this business work.
Yeah.
We're very proud of that, absolutely. We have the lowest cost delivery on a unit basis of any delivery business in America right now. 8 times lower than Postmates. And that's because we're able to deliver 6 to 10 deliveries per hour. So instead of making 1 delivery per hour, like let's say Postmates or Grubhub or these point-to-point delivery systems, our system was originally designed to have a high velocity of deliveries. And so most times the tip that's granted to our drivers overcomes the cost associated with that. And that chews up a ton of margin in these businesses. One
thing, we just had this table up looking at some of the competition within this space, right? And it spans a ton of different places, whether it's Grubhub or the Seamlesses of the world, whether it's Blue Apron, which is now a publicly traded stock, the Caviars, the kind of meal kit deliveries, Uber Eats, even Facebook is getting closer as they do food reviews. I wonder what you can tell us about, either lessons learned from peers. I want like a company like Blue Apron that I think everybody was very excited about because they were one of the first to the space. They went public, and now it's been a very different story. Just judging by the stock price, people have a lot of concerns. How do you make sure that you're distinguished enough, that you have your own sort of value proposition that keeps you separate from everyone else?
Sure. I think the first thing is number 1, and number 2, number 3, and number 4. This is an execution-based business, so you need to execute well every time, number 1. Number 2, 3, 4, 5 is that this is a high retention business. So if you don't have
keep people that
high
join
retention in the business, it's not worth doing. It's just not. Our retention is kind of off the charts after the second or third delivery. Basically, we have a customer for life. And so and the convenience of it's really important. So solve a real problem. Blue Apron tends to solve like, let's get together for dinner. We actually solve, we're cooking it for you. We're making it so easy to eat well that it's hard to get off it.
When you talked about that delivery, the number that you can do, in a set period of time, those meals. Is that based on a sort of distribution network that you've built up? I know you guys started here in Chicago. Sort of describe how important that regional aspect and kind of building out has been. Is it going to be able, are you going to be able to scale that basically is what I'm asking?
Absolutely. So technology enabling a bad business process is a bad thing.
Yeah.
We believe we have the best business process in the world, and that's how we're able to get the velocity of deliveries that we do have. And so we have started this year especially to systematize the entire business through technology. And so by next year, we'll be able to lift our model up and place it in another city without any retraining of chefs, without having to recruit drivers. We have basically a business in a box ready to go in another city by next year.
All right, there we go. Great stuff. Jeremiah Green.
Yeah.